Hi everyone, Flaming Footy here and welcome back to another YouTube video on the channel. And today guys, we are going to be continuing our big round reviews. Yes, our big round reviews, back for another one. Round 15 was a big one, as we all know now. Sorry this is going out a little bit later, being a little bit busy, so yeah, this is going out a little bit later, but it's okay. Big round reviews, here we go. Round 15, it was an epic round. Let's not waste time, we're going to go ahead, get right into it. First versus second, started off the week with Melbourne versus Brisbane on the Thursday night for Thursday night footy. So to the MCG we go for the first game of round 15, first versus second, and well, didn't really play out this way. Melbourne 16-21, 117, smashed the Brizzy Lions 7-11-53. Now, Melbourne win by 64. They win by more than what Brisbane could even conjure up on the scoreboard. And Brisbane were good early on in this game. They were in front at quarter time. And then in the second quarter, Melbourne just go bang, bang, bang to, well, really put themselves ahead. The third quarter, not really a lot goes on. In the final quarter, Dams go bang, 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 bang again to smash the Lions by even more. They were inaccurate. This could have been like way up close to 80, 100 point smashing. You don't really hear a team like Brisbane get smashed by that much. Brisbane, yes, they do have a hoodoo at the MCG, still looking to break that. They play Richmond later on at this same venue. But Melbourne, 64 points, have proved they are at the top of the table. And that's where they want to sit. That's where they are sitting, and they are the best team in the competition. Now to the first of two Friday night doubleheader games, the Doggies and the Hawks. Western Bulldogs 19-11, 125. They scored that for the second time in 2 weeks, and the Hawks 12-11, 83. The Doggies win by 7 goals, and well, they managed to bang on 13 consecutive goals to change the state of the game from one to the other. And it was the Hawks who had the opening bounce in the first quarter. They were very good. They were the much better team. Second quarter, the Doggies bring back momentum, and then they just go bang, 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 bang in the third quarter to smash the Hawks. They're up by around 40 points at three-quarter time, and then they do enough in a very even last quarter to steer home, and they win by 42 points. They're looking to make the 8 this year, the Western Bulldogs. They are a pretty good team. They win by 42. Both teams score 7 goals apiece in the final quarter. The Hawks, they make it look less embarrassing than what it could have potentially been, but the Doggies win by 42. Now to the second game in the Friday doubleheaders, where West Coast Eagles 16-11, 107 defeat the Bombers 14-13, 97. They get their second win on the board of season 2022, and West Coast, could this be the start of something a little bit better in the second half of the year? Could they conjure up a few more wins? And Essendon, disappointing after what they produced against the Saints. The Eagles were the better of the sides. So the Bombers actually had most of the momentum early on, especially in the first quarter. They were good. They banged on 5 goals to 3. But then the Eagles, yes, we don't really hear this a lot. In the second quarter, kicked 6 goals to take the lead at half time. And then it's again the Eagles in the third quarter getting the little bit of a jump skip on the Bombers. And then they just kick a couple of goals late in the last quarter just to seal the deal. And They were just way too good here, the Eagles. That they played better than the Bombers, and it was Josh Kennedy that lit up Optus Stadium. But the Eagles' second win of the year, they're off the bottom of the ladder. Now to Saturday afternoon footy we go, where Carlton 12-9, 81 defeat the Dockers 7-8, 50. They win by 31. They are proving that they are the real deal in season 2022. Top 4 still on the cards for Carlton, and they were very impressive in this game. The Dockers do have a bit of a hoodoo going on at Marvel, and unluckily enough for them, they still play plenty of games at that ground this season. So it was the Dockers who got off to the good start, but in the second quarter, the Blues just go bang, bang, bang to take momentum away from the Dockers. They lead at half time. The Dockers surge in the third quarter, but the Blues kick a couple of goals late to stay clear, and then they just smash them in the final quarter to win the game in a bit of a low scoring game. But the Blues, they were really good, and the Dockers scoring 50 wasn't great. It was low scoring, but the Blues just went bang, bang at the end of the third quarter, which put them into a winning position, and a brilliant win for the Blues. Really nice, and they're a good side at Marvel. But, yeah, a really nice win for the Blues, and really important one as well to keep their top 4 hopes alive. Now to the Cats and the Tigers, we go for one of the games of the season, potentially. Geelong 13-11, 89 defeat the Tigers 13-8, 86. The Cats win by 3. And the Tigers actually were very good to overturn a 35-point deficit into a 17-point lead. It was the Cats that had all the momentum in the first half, in the first quarter and a half. And then it was the Tigers that, ever since the halfway mark of the second quarter, they started to build momentum back into the second and the whole third quarter. They built momentum back to have the lead at three-quarter time. They went out to a 17-point mark in the final term. It was like, oh my goodness. Richmond are going to win this. And no, the Cats, they just kick a couple of their own back to take back the lead to win the game. What a ripping game of footy this one was. The Cats just proved to be the better side. The Tigers are currently outside the 8 as well, as the top 8 race and the top 4 race heats up. The Cats, they've engraved themselves in the top 4 for now. Saturday night footy, where it wasn't the best of games. Sydney versus St Kilda. Sydney 12-11-83 smashed the Saints 4-8-32, and you don't normally hear a team get 4-8-32. It's a very disappointing score, and the Saints would be feeling that. And it was the Swans. The Saints never were good. They just got smashed. It wasn't the best games of footy either. It was just, this game was really boring. Obviously not for Swans fans, though. They would have been loving this. And this is a big win for the Swans and a big loss for the Saints. The Saints' run home is challenging, and they will not be making the 8. I'll say that with confidence. They will not be making the 8 this year, I don't think, anymore. Their run home. The Swans, however, they probably will make the 8. And this is a very big win, percentage booster, and a brilliant win for the Sydney Swans. They need to respond to that Port Adelaide loss. They did exactly that. Now to Sunday afternoon footy we go, where North Melbourne 8-10-58 get smashed by the Adelaide Crows 17-13, 115. North Melbourne have engraved themselves as the worst team in the league. The Adelaide Crows, they were ripping, built on a performance by Walker and Fogarty. And Fogarty in his 50th game showed he has what it takes to be an AFL player, as the Crows storm over the Roos by 57 points. And the Adelaide Crows, it took them a little bit of a while to get going. It was locked a piece really in the first quarter. North hung in there. The Crows had the better second quarter, and then in the third quarter they just started exploding. They kick 4 goals to 2, and then in the final quarter they just go bang, 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 bang to say goodbye to North Melbourne and end up smashing them. They win by 57. This is a nice percentage boosting for the Adelaide Crows. They go up to 13th on the ladder. And this was a nice win for them. It was going to be good to see where they're at. And they've produced a lot, and they've showed that they are on the right track. Now to the MCG we go for Sunday afternoon footy, where Collingwood 11-22-88 just get over the Giants 12-5-77. The Pies win by 11. They were inaccurate, so they could have won this game by a lot more had they been more accurate. But again, the Pies, they were in front for majority of the game. Majority of the game. The Giants had a good start to the first quarter. The Pies brought it back late. In the second and third quarter, they just started demolishing the Giants. And then the final quarter, the Giants brought it back. They kicked, 7 goals in the final term to 2. And they were the much better team in the final quarter. But of course, Collingwood was still too good. Run away with it. They jumped into top 8. And they might make the top 8 this year. Collingwood, they've been looking pretty good. They've been a little bit inconsistent with a few bad losses. But other than that, I reckon they could possibly make the 8 this year. And the Giants, they got a giant hoodoo at the MCG. Now to the Adelaide Oval we go, where it was an absolute ripper for Sunday twilight footy. Port Adelaide 13-15-93. Get over the Suns 13-13-91. An absolute ripper. Port Adelaide win by 2. Keep their finals hopes alive. Go equal on points with the Suns. But for the Suns, at a ground they don't play very well, this was a very valid performance. They were very good. A very, very valid performance. But we'll talk about the winner, Port Adelaide. They were very good. They led for majority of the game. They had a really good first quarter. Second quarter was all Gold Coast. Third quarter was both teams, and the final term was actually very quiet, but the Suns did kick 3 goals, and they almost ran away. There was a deliberate out-of-bounds call not paid, which I don't think that was a deliberate call anyway, which did save Port Adelaide, and they won the game. But what a ripping game it was. These two teams go equal on points as the top 8 race really heats up. The Suns, they might make finals. Port Adelaide, they might make finals. You don't know. So what a round of footy it was. It was a ripping round. It was round 15. It was the round where we're really going to get to start learning about teams and where they're at. And, well, that's exactly what happened in this round of footy. Now, round 16 is where the stage is set. The Dogs and the Lions, the Blues and the Saints, the Bombers and the Swans, the Crows and the Demons, the Suns and the Pies, that one's going to be good. The Cats and the Roos, the Tigers and the Eagles, the Giants and the Hawks, that's going to be good as well. And the Dockers and the Power. There's some really exciting games. Round 16 preview will be out soon to cover them games and go over my predictions in a little bit more of an in-depth than tipping. The latter, Melbourne, are clear top with 44 points, followed by the Cats, the Lions, the Dockers and the Blues, all on 40 points. 36 points is Sydney and Collingwood. Yes, you can't believe Collingwood's up there. What a season they've had. After a lot of people tipped them to be bottom 4, well, what a season they've had. And then 32 points is the Doggies, the Tigers and the Saints. 28 is the Suns and Port Adelaide. The Crows sit in 13th on 20. The winner of the Giants and the Hawks could potentially join them if the Crows do lose. 16-16 for the Giants and the Hawks. The Bombers sit on 12, the Eagles sit on 8, and the Roos are now lonely on the bottom with 4 points and a very weak percentage. Well, that is going to wrap up the round review. Back to a full 9 round of games. What a ripping round it was. We learnt a lot about teams. Round 16 is what's next. Really exciting games. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. See you guys in the next another video on the channel. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Survive, run, Flaming Footy out.